Hi everybody, thanks for pressing play on my video today. It's Caroline here from craftycarolinecreates.blogspot.co.uk. What I have today is a very cute little box. If I slide off the belly band, you can see how this opens. It's got a nice hinged section, and then inside we've got some really cute little 3x3 note cards and their matching envelopes. And each of these boxes actually fits 6 of those little note cards and their envelopes. This one is Blackberry Bliss and Mossy Meadow, which I think those two colours go beautifully together. And then this one, which is exactly the same, is So Saffron and Pear Pizzazz. And again, this has little cards inside again, and these ones I've just stamped a little message. So how do we make them? Oh, if I can close this one, I will tell you. Just leave the belly band off that one. I'm using this stamp set, which is stamped all over, which is an old favourite of mine that I was really pleased has rolled over into the annual catalogue called Crazy About You. It has all these fantastic sentiments, and then it has these 3 beautiful flower motifs. So we are going to start by stamping first. And what I have is a piece of cardstock. This is Whisper White. It measures 5 3/8 of an inch by 9 3/8 of an inch. And I am going to do this one. I've already started, as you see. The colours that I have picked are Real Red and Wild Wasabi. Okay, and I'm using these two, the leaf and the circular flower motif. Okay, so you can see I've already stamped those pretty much all over. I'm just going to finish off with one more leaf in that corner. I'm a big fan of this sort of effect of making your own designer series paper. So if you like that sort of technique, then please pop over, check out my blog and my other YouTube tutorials. You'll see lots of different ways that I have done that. So you can see how really easy it is to create that beautiful designer series paper look using your stamp sets. I put those out of the way because now we are going to do some scoring. So I'm going to bring in our old friend, the scoreboard. I like to score with the pattern side down. It just means that your groove lines when you then come to fold are in the right direction. We're going to score this along the long side first, and we're going to score it at 2 inches, at 3 inches, at 6 3/8 of an inch, at 7 3/8 of an inch. Okay, then turn it around 90 degrees, and along the long side we're going to score it at 1 inch all the way down, and then at 4 3/8 of an inch. Okay, that's all our scoring done. So we'll put the scoreboard to one side, and I'll bring in a bone folder, score tool from the envelope punch board, whatever you want to use, just to burnish those score lines quickly. Just helps to give a much more professional finish when you come to folding up your box. There's that one, there we go. And our last one is here like that. Okay, now we're going to do some cutting. A little bit different cutting for this box than we perhaps have done previously for making boxes. So the first thing we are going to do is we're just going to cut up. Can you see that? I think you can probably see that. Cut up those 2 score lines there and there. Then flip it round and do those 2. Now it's symmetrical at this point, so it doesn't matter which end you start at. So we're just making 2 little tabs there. Now when we come down to the bottom section, what we want to do is we want to start by again cutting up the score line closest to the edge on either side. Okay, but then when we've done that, what we need to do is fold that all in and cut up that score line there. So we make one flap that goes that way and one flap that goes that way. We'll do that on the other side. Okay, and then we're just going to notch out those 2 flaps that we've just made. Just again makes it a bit more professional when you fold it up. Okay, and then on these 2 flaps here, we want to cut those as well on a diagonal like that. Just doing it by eye. If you wanted to, you could of course measure to get these 2 accurate, because you will see these chamfers when you build the box up. I'll move those over to one side. We're also going to notch out this flap that we made. Okay. Oops. Okay, just like that. Okay. This is going to fold over to be a box section. So we also need to cut this chamfer here, and that's this end bottom bit here. So again, I'm just doing it by eye. You can measure to get these pretty even, exactly even if you wanted to. Okay. And I'm also going to cut a little chamfer on this flap here. Again, it'll just make it a bit easier when it comes to closing it up. Okay, so again, just by eye, cutting those sections off. And all of these notches are, you know, you don't need to do these. I think it just makes it a bit easier to fold up your box at the end. I do love these colour combinations, actually. Okay, so now it's time to fold up our box. So we are going to start at this edge where we made these two little sort of flaps that go this way. And I'll just show you quickly how this folds up. So basically, those fold on like that, and then this section needs to fold in and over the top. Okay, hopefully you get the idea. So there we go. And that just means that we get that solid edge there without any flaps showing. So we're going to start with some fuse. Now this fuse has been going forever, so if it runs out halfway through the video, I'm going to switch to snail, but I am really impressed by how long fuse seems to last for. So start by folding up those two side pieces there and sticking those down like that. Then we need to put snail on these two sections. Sorry, fuse on these two sections, or you can always use liquid glue, Tombow, something like that. You just need to make this gonna hold. I find that sometimes with boxes, snail isn't quite strong enough, which is why fuse is brilliant. And it does, as I said, it lasts for ages. I have used this for so many projects, but never seems to get towards the end. Okay, so we're just gonna fold those two flaps inside, like that. Okay, so you can see the base of our box is coming together. I'm loving this pattern. Okay, and then for our lid section, we're going to put snail on these two pieces here. One and two. Okay, and then pop those up like that. When I was thinking about this colour, I thought, is it going to look a bit too Christmassy? But I think it really works. So there we go. That is our lovely box assembled. You can see how that works. I'm not sure what you call this sort of flip-top box. Kind of reminds me of a cigarette box, but I guess we don't say that anymore. Okay, now to make the belly band, I have a strip here of wild wasabi cardstock to match my leaves. And I find the easiest way is just to do it by hand, really. You can use a score tool, but I find in order to get the best fit, it's kind of best to do it by hand, okay? So this strip measures 1 inch by 9 inches. So now I've got my, my sort of hand folded points. I'm just gonna sort of tidy them up a little bit using the bone folder, just to give them a bit more of a crease and make sure that they are square. You can see how that then pops around your box that way, just to help to keep it clear. Now, those pieces of cardstock just should meet exactly, and we are going to seal those using our little discs that we're going to punch out. I've used 3 different punches. So I have the 1 1/4 scallop, the 1 inch circle, and the 1 3/8 of an inch circle that's just going to come in. I'm going to start with a scrap, should I say, of Whisper White, and I'm just going to punch out 2 circles in Whisper White with my 1 3/8 of an inch punch. Okay. And then I'm just going to use snail on this occasion. Put a bit of snail on the back of one of the. And I'm just going to pop that underneath there like that, and then bring my other piece of card round. So you can see how that has now glued the belly band together. And I'm going to stick my other circle, my other 1 3/8 circle on the other side, like that. Okay, just so we've hidden that joint really nicely. Then next I want a scallop circle. Oops, sorry. Next I'm going to wrap round my, this is some, real red ribbon. This is actually retired, but it is available in the clearance wrap. So grab that while you can. I'm just going to cut a length of that. Wrap, my glue dots fell on the floor. Where did they go? Oh, sorry about this, not very professional. Get my glue dots out. And I'm just going to pop that there, attach my ribbon on there, and then take that all the way round like that. This is a really nice ribbon actually, and it's a bargain in the clearance rack at the moment, so pop over and grab one of those, or let me know and I will order it for you. Okay, I'm just going to wrap that round. I thought these colours might be a bit Christmassy, and they are a bit Christmassy, but I think it's copeable. Okay, back to the scallop circle, 1 1/4 inch scallop circle. Punch out a scallop in that. Okay, I'm going to use dimensionals if I bought any. Oh, I'm sure I picked up some dimensionals. I didn't, so just imagine this is popped up on dimensionals with a bit of snail. Pop that over there like that. Okay, 1 inch. Oops, no, before we do that we need to punch out a flower. I'm just going to go and grab the flower, which I seem to have left over here. Okay, so this is a lovely little flower from the Itty Bitty Punches pack, I think it is. Punch that out. What we want is the relief that's left. And then using a 1 inch circle and centering that. There we go. And then I would say to do this with a dimensional, but I didn't get them out, so we're just going to do it with a bit of snail into the middle of our scallop circle. And there we go. It's a little bit like a shamrock there, doesn't it? Got the box the right way round. And I'm just going to finish it off with a diamondite in the middle of the flower. Ooh. And there we go, straighten up that ribbon, and a really cute little box. I love the I love the colouring. Oh, got a bit of adhesive there. Let me just move some of this out of the way, and you can see those 3 little cute 3x3 gift boxes for cute little cards with that really lovely opening. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, please get in touch. If you'd like to order any Stampin' Up products, I'd love to hear from you. Thanks a lot.